Hi guys, it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel. Yes, I really look like this. Look up my amazing new robe my mom got me because she knows I'm obsessed with robes. And my parents were like, you gotta get rid of that other old thing because it's gross. But it was my favorite robe. But I like this too. And I got this at Marshall's, I thought, for videos, just so I can like have my hair out of my face because it's always in the way. So I sat down and started getting ready to film my 2017 favorites video, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a chit chat get ready with me little thingy and talk about just some stuff that's been going on. Sorry, just something, whatever. But yeah, so I thought I would just do a little like film myself getting ready. I'm not really gonna like be explaining the steps. I'm kind of just gonna be getting ready. Like I already had my brows done when I decided like, all right, let me just do it. And I kind of just want to talk about life a little bit, maybe about Sean's death and like my addiction and stuff. So yeah, that is what we're gonna do here, and then once I'm ready, I'm gonna do a 2017 favorites video. So I'm just gonna be releasing video after video, guys, so you're gonna just have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Maybe you'll grow to love me somehow. Yeah, so I'm gonna start. Got my brows done, got my concealer pulled down. Here we go. Ugh. Now I'm just gonna kind of do my thing, okay? Using the Desert Dusk palette for now. Doing my thing with my eyes, and then I'm just gonna talk to you guys and we'll see how this goes. So, Christmas was really nice this year. I don't know if you guys are aware, last year I didn't get to spend the holiday with my son because I was dealing with my addiction. The year before I got to spend it with him, but I was not okay at the time, to say the least. So this Christmas meant a lot to me that I got to be with him, and it was awesome. We still have yet to see my mom's side of the family, but he got to see his dad's dad, and that was great because we don't get to see them a ton. I mean, we see them, but not like a ton. And I know it means a lot to them to see him. So yeah, it was awesome. This is hard to do. This is a hard video to film, I guess. I mean, I honestly don't know if I can do this right now and focus on my makeup. This is harder than I thought. Okay, so I just kind of want to talk about my life and where it's going. Like, so you know that I have a 3-year-old son, and his dad died from an overdose on August 22nd, 2015. A month before my son's first birthday and 2 months before our wedding date. I had sent out, I was waiting for all the RSVPs from my bridal shower, actually, when he died. It was really rough. It was really rough. It happened out of nowhere. I went to work in the morning, and he was supposed to be picking up his daughter. He was supposed to go into work, it's a Saturday, and then pick up his daughter from cheerleading. And I thought he was just busy. Like, I hadn't really talked to him all day, and I was just assuming like he's busy, you know. I wasn't thinking anything of it. And then it was like 11 o'clock at night because I was closing at work. And I logged on to social media, onto Facebook. And now he wasn't big on social media, but I figured if he had been, like, obviously he had his phone on him, so he still should have been, like, active on it at some point during the day, you know? And it said that he wasn't active. I logged on and I saw he wasn't on social media, like, all day, and I got, like, very startled. And then I was like, okay, Natalie, like, you're overreacting, like, Sean isn't into stuff like that like you are, you know, he's just busy. So, like, I kind of just, like, brushed it off, honestly. It was, like, a second thought just going through my mind. Then, I got a call. Well, I was talking to the bartender, and I remember it perfectly. I was talking to her, and the manager called her, or someone called her back to the office, because I guess they asked for a manager. And, like, she was a cover manager. And I was I walked back there with her because I was still talking. And I remember she went into the office and she came out and I just continued to talk, like, casual. And I think she knew something was real. She was like, Natalie, what's your last name? And I was like, Moskorisin, why? And she's like, well, don't get nervous yet. We don't know what's going on, but that was your mom on the phone. Your dad's coming to get you. There's been an emergency. And, when she said that, like, somehow I knew it was bad, because my parents know, like, when I work, I'm serious about it. I'm serious about my money. Like, you don't call me from work unless it's something serious. And, it was 2 hours before my shift was over. I knew, well, obviously my dad was coming to get me. My mom called, so it wasn't them. If it was my son, they would have known better. They would have just said something to me right on the phone. They wouldn't have been messing around, like, saying, like, oh, we'll just go get her and tell her. They would have told me right off the bat if something was wrong with my son. My dad walked in, and I've never seen my dad cry. You know, I was freaking out the whole time, and everyone's like, calm down, Natalie, calm down. You don't even know what's going on yet. But, you know, I knew. And, he walked in, and he came up to me, and I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, just come outside, buddy. And I was like, no, tell me what's wrong now. And he was like desperate, begging, and like started to cry. And he was like, buddy, just please come outside with me. And I was like, is Sean dead? And he said, come on, buddy, just come with me. And I said, no, answer me. Is Sean dead? And he said, yeah. And, it was the worst moment of my life. Like, literally, I couldn't walk, I couldn't move. Like, my dad drug me outside. I don't even know how, because I don't even know if I was standing up or not. I really don't. He drug me outside, and I screamed at the top of my lungs. Like, sitting on this bench in front of Applebee's, like, just going totally insane. It was bad, you know. I got really, really depressed, and as soon as he died, everyone was so worried about me, like, oh, Natalie's gonna relapse, Natalie's this, Natalie's that. And, the last thing on my mind, honestly, when he first died, was relapsing. Like, I was so depressed I couldn't get out of bed. Then the depression just started, you know, setting in, and I was like, you know, F it. Like, I just finished getting my real estate license. Like, I don't care about that anymore. I don't care about the house we were about to buy. I don't, like, the wedding's irrelevant. Yes, obviously I had my son, but I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. Like, everything suddenly was just irrelevant for me, and I wanted to use. No, I take that back. I didn't want to use. I forced myself to use. As crazy as that sounds, like, I was so depressed, and I knew that at one point in my life, using made me feel good. So I was like, well, why don't I try? Like, none of this matters anymore. I just want to die, so I might as well try getting high, because at one point in my life it made me feel good, so I'll try it again. That's what I did for like a year and a half. Sorry, I had to take a pause and finish this halo eye off camera, because, well, I don't even know if it's a halo eye. It's something. But I wasn't able to do this and talk about all that, like, at the same time. It was just, like, too much. This Too Faced primer is leaking, and it's on my neck. So anyway, I literally don't even know what I did on my eyeballs, but, like, you know what? That's okay. So, yeah, I had to, finish the halo eye off camera, because what we're talking about is already hard to talk about. Like, I can't believe I'm not crying talking about this subject. But you know why? It's because I'm focusing on the makeup. Like, when I just sit and talk about it, I cry. So anyway, I relapsed, and it was bad. It was a bad year and a half, I would say. I kept trying to get clean. Nothing was working. I almost died too, a couple times. I don't even know if I'm ready to get into all of the stories. Some are a little extreme, you know, they really are. When I think about some of the stuff I did, it makes me sick, because I love my son more than anything, and he deserves the best life ever. I wasn't giving him that, and it makes me very sad. I just really, really put my son through a lot, and I kept trying to get clean, and I just wasn't, man. And then finally, in the winter, my mom, like, forced me to leave our house. I had moved home with my parents because, like, I had no business even attempting to live on my own with my son like I was. So anyway, I went away. That's a long story for another time. Also, I got clean, and you know what? I have totally changed my outlook on life. My entire life, whether I was, like, using or not using, I was always a pretty depressed person, and I just looked at things, like, in a bad way. Like, I just always was pretty negative. And I mean, yeah, I still get like that. It's a lot less than I used to. Like, one day I was just sitting there, and Look at my face. Like, this is embarrassing. Look at me. Oh, hunty no. So anyway, like, I was just sitting there and I had just gone home, and you know, I was like doing good, and I started like getting more into makeup, and I'm like watching these beauty bloggers, and I'm just like, I was so into it, and like yet again being like my negative self was like, oh my god, they're so lucky, I wish I was them, like look at this cool job they have, and I wish I could do this. And then suddenly I was just like, well, why can't I? Like, if you really want to do this, Natalie, just do it. And when I say never in my entire life have I ever been sure, like, I went to college and got a business degree, which is like what normal people do, right? I just never felt sure about it. Like, I felt like it seemed impossible to get a job in business. Seemed like an impossible feat to me, which doesn't make sense because, like, that's what normal people do. I can't explain it. Like, I had this feeling come over me, like I knew that this was it. Like, I knew that no matter what, I was gonna make this station, and no matter who said I was an idiot or this or that I would never stop with it. Like, I just knew it. And yeah, most people think I'm an idiot, and I don't mind. I love doing this. And I'm so open about my past, and you know, for the first time in my life, like, I'm okay being single. Like, I miss Sean so much, you have no idea. But I also just want to like do me and do this station. That's all that matters right now. And being successful for my son and being successful for myself, because I know what I'm capable of, but other people don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, other people don't know what I'm capable of, but I know. Just knew, like, you know that everyone thinks I'm an idiot, and anyone who started a station like this or something, even like the big beauty bloggers, I'm sure will tell you, like, everyone, no one wants you to do something like this because it's just so, or like people aren't comfortable because they don't understand what you're even doing, you know what I'm saying? And so they're not comfortable with it. And you get a lot of negativity, and that's okay. I don't mind, because I truly enjoy doing this. You know, it's been a really rough road. Like, between Sean dying and my own addiction and getting clean and becoming a mom again and just everything, it's been a really rough road. But I'm just at such a good place right now. That's just how I feel. And I always have these setbacks, but I keep moving. And I do promise, like, I just wanted to talk a little bit today about my addiction. well, not really about it, just about what happened with Sean and how I was like feeling for the holidays, like just being depressed and missing him. But I am gonna do a video one day dedicated to talking about everything. I think it's a hard subject to talk about like this. It really is, because not everyone understands it, you know. I don't know, guys. I feel so blessed to have had such a mindset change. Like, if you would have seen me last year and how depressed I was, or even just in like active addiction, how like obsessed I became with the drug, and it was very hard for me. And I knew, because I had gotten clean before. I was clean for a while when I had a relapse when Sean died. I wasn't using when he died. I had this hope because I knew I had done it before, so I knew it was possible to do again. I like how my lips turned out. I don't care what people say about them. I really don't. Okay, so anyway, what do I have left to do? Mascara and highlight. We're almost done, guys, but it's been such a tough journey getting clean. This year was the most positive year of my life, as in like positivity from myself, and just like not getting down. And you know, I had more people hating on me this year than I ever have in my life. Normally I get down about any little thing, like any little thing bothers me, and I'm telling you, I've had more negativity with this than anything ever, and more like discouragement, and I've gotten down on myself in this dream less than I ever have with anything in my life. I'm telling you, when I was sitting on my bed that day and decided that this was what I was gonna do, I had this feeling in my gut, like I just knew that this was the right thing. And I don't care if people think I sound corny. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I believe in God, and I believe God puts us, you know, where we're supposed to be. I just really have faith that this is where I'm supposed to be right now. Yes, I'm going ham with the highlight. You don't like it? Too bad. I do. I love me some highlight. Do you guys notice how everyone's highlighting this right now? This little thingy? This little thingy strip? Can I call it a thingy strip? Because they don't know what it's called. What do you guys think? I literally said, okay, I'm gonna do something so simple. An hour later. You know, this is like so typical for me. Oh, my camera's dying. So, yeah, guys, I guess this is my get ready with me. And then I'm gonna come on, I'm gonna change. So it looks like, I don't know, I'm just gonna change. Then I'm gonna do my, get ready, or that's what this was. I'm gonna do my 2017 favorites. So, you know the drill. Like this video, subscribe. subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you like tomorrow.